Arrowwood Road still picking up heavy rain as well, and that lightning is nearby. So remember, when thunder roars, go indoors. Also, and we need to know that you should take cover now. You want to be on the lowest level of your house. A basement is preferable, but if you don't have that, the lowest level is fine. Just make sure you're away from windows and doors. Basically the warm sector of this low pressure, and we're going to see more warm air coming in tomorrow, and that's why it's going to get hotter and a little bit more humid before this cold front passes through our area and brings in this beautiful high pressure that we'll see. Cuídate cuando está manejando. Por el fin de semana, 40% de tormentas después de mediodía. Of course, we're keeping an eye on Tropical Storm Barry, which is still expected to move further inland. Eventually, it will become weaker. It's already weakened since landfall.
Very scary scene here last night. Lightning came through. It turned a brick pillar that looks something like this into this scene that you see right behind me. There's cinder blocks on the ground.
We hit 83 degrees today. On average, we should be at 89. So this was a welcome change from all the heat we've been feeling. Ingredients for a storm. So yesterday we had the moisture present. You could feel the humidity in the air. Also, there was a little bit of wind shear. So whenever the winds start to pick up, they move in different directions. That's also an ingredient for thunderstorms. We do have an air quality alert for Mecklenburg County and surrounding counties, and it's code orange. That means it's unhealthy for some groups. So if you fall into those groups, people with breathing issues, young children, you may want to limit your time outdoors today and really through tomorrow.
Now, this is National Night Out. So I'm at Veterans Park for folks that may not have heard of it just yet.
Totals, about 3 inches fell in the last 3 hours. And honestly, most of that fell in about an hour and a half. So that did cause some flooding. It starts off in the mountains once again around 1:30, but they start to move further off to the east as the afternoon and evening goes on. So right now, in terms of the humidity, it is definitely still out there. It still feels like 100 degrees down in Lancaster right now. This tornado warned storm. Now, this isn't showing a funnel or a cloud or anything like that. It's just showing you how tall these clouds are in this storm. Typically, the taller they are, the stronger the storm is. Beginning, it's basically leisurely walking from the coast inland.
Easy on this weekend.
Stay in the house till about 9, 10 o'clock. This will all be gone, and it'll be a beautiful day up there till the rain shows up. Dew points in the 70s this afternoon. So what does that mean? Very humid, and that humidity is what's playing a role in making it feel a little bit hotter. Degrees. Here's a look at the next few days. Tomorrow, it's going to feel like 95. But by the time we get to Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 103, 101. So if you are out and about, make sure that you're staying very hydrated, and you do want to limit some of your outdoor exposure if you're doing any strenuous activities. Now, when you think of weather-related fatalities, you may think of severe weather, tornadoes, hurricanes, but heat is still the #1 weather-related fatality as of last year.
I am in Rock Hill at Old Point Elementary School right now, and as you can tell, there's a lot more going on than when we first started the show. I'm going to pan over here. First of all, we have a lot of students coming in, but I hope you've enjoyed the slightly cooler temperatures.
Fall-like temperatures already. A little preview of it, right?
A little preview because it's going to be short-lived. We are talking about heat and humidity for tomorrow, so don't get used to it, guys. It's coming back. We're at Charlotte Douglas International Airport, and we are here for the Hurricane Awareness Tour. So as you can probably see, there's some pretty cool stuff behind me, so I'm going to move out the way.
We have a wet end to the week coming in here, potentially picking up close to an inch of rain here in the Charlotte area. We have this thing called a black moon. So what in the world, or what out of this world, is a black moon? Well, that's the second new moon of the month.
It actually didn't feel as hot today as it has been the past few days, at least to me. We will take it. Meteorologist Brittany Hamilton has your complete neighborhood storm watch forecast. Brittany, is Lindsay right?
You must have been in the AC, Lindsay, because it was hotter today than yesterday, and it was a little bit more humid out there. That humidity has fueled some of those storms that we're seeing across the area right now. We're taking a look at the Fox 46 radar, and some spots south of Charlotte seeing a lot of lightning showing up, and also all of the red that you're seeing, the brighter colors. That is heavier rainfall happening right now for parts of Lancaster County and areas just south of there. So if you're in Tradesville, you're dealing with light to moderate rainfall. We're seeing some heavy rain showing up in the Charlotte area now, and also a lightning strike near Weddington. So this is moving into Union County. We're putting your neighborhoods first. If you're in any of these areas, we're taking a look at some of these rainfall rates, and they are picking up a little bit as you go into Union County, becoming a bit heavier. We're talking about 2 inches in an hour. So as that rain continues to fall, if it sits over an area for an hour, that may be a quick amount of rainfall to accumulate. So we'll keep an eye on that. We also have had a couple of storm reports that have come in just this afternoon. We have seen some hail hail down in Lancaster County, nickel-sized hail at Buford Crossroads, so almost an inch in diameter. Taking a look at the almanac, we did hit 96 degrees today. On average, we should be at 89 for this time of the year. And we only hit 95 yesterday, so either way, it's hot, and it's still feeling very hot out there. Feels like 101 in Charlotte. Mint Hill, hope you guys are okay. It feels like 109 right now there, as well as in New London, so make sure you're staying cool and hydrated. Tonight, we do still have the chance for a few isolated storms coming in throughout the rest of the evening. 83 degrees by 10 p.m. and by midnight, 79 degrees. We could see some patchy fog, especially in areas that have seen rain. And unfortunately, the humidity, it's not going anywhere. Dew points in the 70s and even mid 70s by tomorrow and even into Wednesday. So that's going to make it feel very humid, sometimes even tropical. In the bigger picture, we have a high pressure coming in tomorrow. The good news is that actually drops our temperatures only into the mid 80s, but it's still going to be pretty humid because of this low pressure that you see down to the south of us. This low pressure actually could become a tropical system over the next 5 days. It actually has an 80% chance of becoming a named cyclone by the time we get to the end of this week. So that's something we're definitely going to keep an eye on. Pretty quiet tomorrow morning, just some clouds and fog showing up there and a couple of isolated storms Tuesday evening. But Wednesday looks much drier, even though we do have storm chances. It won't be quite as humid. High temperatures tomorrow, 84 degrees for Charlotte, 85 down in Monroe. The mountains will be in the mid 70s. So as I mentioned, it will be cooler. It's just not going to feel that much cooler because of all the humidity tomorrow. But then from there, we actually have lower rain chances for Wednesday, only a 30% chance there. Highs will be back in the 90s by the end of the week. Ladies?